So in the resources channel, resources, I have sent a small PDF, 1 page, for the Underworld Syndicate organization sheet. Let me know when you can see it. Okay. Darren Kaida. Okay. So, we need to finish building it. Well, you need to finish building it. Among the three of you, there are 8 points. I will say Theron has 4, and the other 2 of you have 2 each. That can be distributed on the bottom rows. You see where it says diplomacy, espionage, lore operations, etc., etc. At the bottom. Okay, so you can use 1 point to move basically the score 1 to the right from the base, which is the darker color. 1 at a time. It's like the character stats. They all have their different things. They're basically self-evident for the most part. Diplomacy is relationship with other organizations. Espionage is espionage. Lore is investigation. Operations is basically everything else. Those are skills, and for the other ones, defenses, the communications is how well your network communicates. Resolve is morale. Resources is money. And other things. Yes, from the base. Except Theron has 4. Kaida, Christoph, you guys have 2, because the base. If Grimwald was here, I would give everyone 2, but he's not. So essentially, yes. Get rotated. So I will be taking some notes. Starting with Theron, where would you like to spend your first point? Espionage, okay. So it goes from +2 to nearly +3. Kaida? Operations, okay, so it goes from +1 to +2. Christoph. Resolve goes from 10 to 11. Let me plus espionage 1. Operations 1. Solve. Theron, your second point. Another one in espionage goes to +3. Kaida. One in resources. Sources. Christoph. One in operations. Okay, Theron. Your last 2 points. Diplomacy goes from +0 to +2. Well, I mean, it checks out. It checks out. It's canon. Okay, so diplomacy. Nice. +2. Espionage. +3. Lore remains at -1. Operations +2. No, I will mark it down and send it. But I'm putting it in the channel so I don't forget. Comms. No one put anything in, so 12. Resolve at 11. Sources at 12. All right, okay. So with that, we also need a name for this organization. This collective of weirdos. I mean, sure, if you wanna. We can think of that later. I'm going to send it in general. Pending. Pinned. Okay. And also a specialization, which is like a subclass. I would recommend there are 3. There's Assassin's College, Spy Network, and Thieves Guild. Well, Assassin's College gives +1 espionage and resources, and also a domain power, which has to do with the power pool that you see on the very top center. We'll get to that. The domain power for Assassin's College is Assassin's Strike, which is when someone hits with a weapon attack, they can take the powered dice, all of them. And wait, hold on. Jesus Christ, yes. So you take all the dice from the power pool, and the target needs to make a con save. The DC is pretty low because your domain size is 1, so it's 13. But on a failure, you roll the dice and triple that, and they take that much damage. On a success, they just take the dice damage, no triple. Still, that's yeah. Jesus Christ. Also, if someone makes an operations test against you, someone can do an espionage check to give them disadvantage. And you can max out some of the power dice for the power pool based on the domain size, which is 1 at the moment. For Spy Network is +1 to diplomacy and espionage, obviously. And you can make traitors for the enemy. Well, from the enemy. Turns out some of them were working for you all along. Based on the target, on the creature HP and the power dice. You can also give vulnerabilities to certain enemies. Yes, it says here, once per intrigue, which is the not that often. If your domain's communications level is 2 or higher, which I believe it currently is. Communications, yeah, it's 12. You can choose one opposed domain's lieutenant and one damage type. That lieutenant is vulnerable to that damage type until the end of the next combat involving that lieutenant. Basically, an officer, an important monster, creature, etc. Gets one vulnerability. A little bit, yes. There's also false orders, which lets you make an espionage test against communications. And you can move their units around when we eventually get to that. Thieves Guild gets poison weapons. Well, +1 espionage, +1 operations. And poison weapons as a domain power, which makes extra poison damage. Honestly, not that useful because Yuan-Ti are immunoresistant to poison. I don't remember. But I mean, you can do whatever you want. Okay. I will write those things down on the final sheet then. So, when we last left off, other than that, was the essentially founding of the organization as everyone who's not Theron gets some accommodations in the, we can fairly safely name it a stronghold now, of the brewery, which I also need some data for, but later. We had some pending issues regarding the new illusory rock gem powder thing that Kaida and Grimwald had found. Grimwald at present is unavailable, unfortunately. However, some of you had some ideas, I think. Maybe not. What would you like to do? Okay. Christoph there. Except making some dank memes, I see you. Okay. Aaron? Yes. It also says that you get 4 tier 1 units of whatever type, I think, but I don't yet know what that means. So let me get back to you all on that. You have. Hmm? No, not really, because that's just a base template for you to see more or less what's going on. Yeah. I, however, do need to keep this. I would like to have both Kaida and Kristoff roll D100s, please. Just in case. 14, that is a regular medium flying unit. Yeah. Flying 1d4 unit. So the smallest one. And Kristoff? 36, and you are a... Would you like to roll on the... Would you like that to be on the Bard or the Wizard list? A Bard it is. Bard, here we go. 36. Ooh, okay, that's a little too strong. You get an Executioner Retainer. Well, hold on. Retainers. Bard retainers. Wait, hold on. I'm looking for it. Control F. Executioner. Where you is? Here it is. Oh, that's technically a rogue retainer. Okay. Interesting. What? No, he's Kristoff's. They have connections. For level. Okay, he's just an assassin, but the title is different. Interesting. Okay. I will have that introduced in a little bit. Kristoff. Okay. So, okay, now Thayer, what did you want to do before we get to the spellfuckery? Okay, spellfuckery it is then. You know, Kaida, that to copy and figure out spells you need special ink, special parchment, and you know where to get it. Because you are... Well, you wanted to make some changes to Kaida's backstory. What do you have those more concrete? Okay. Nevertheless, you would still know of the academy and where to get the necessary materials. So, how much... Oh, right, you're not keeping track of money, are you? Mm-hmm. Right. Okay. So how much... You can either tell me or make an Arcana check to estimate how much parchment and ink you think you will need. Or you can just tell me if you want to make a rough guess. Mm-hmm. Dirty 20, okay. Given how you initially cast this weird-ass spell, you use the 4th level slot, but you get some sense that maybe that's not entirely necessary. Maybe it's just 3rd level. Your character wouldn't quite think of it that way, but mechanically that's how it's going to go. So, I mean, you're the wizard. You know how much you need, I think, maybe, for a 3rd level spell. So, I believe... where's my player's handbook? Let's give it a quick check. Wizard. So, copying spells. 2 hours and 50 gold per level, so 150, but you're an illusion wizard, so half, so 75 gold is what you need. Is that correct? Gold and time. Okay. 2 hours times 3, that's 6, halved, 3 hours. That's how long you expect it to take. However, you will still need to make an Arcana check because this is something weird. Christoph, are you proficient in Arcana? That's a damn shame. How would you like to help? Okay. Make an intelligence check. See how helpful you are. 9. Okay. So you're not unhelpful. You don't get in the way necessarily, so it's not going to be advantage or disadvantage for Kaida. Please make an Arcana check for me as you spend your 3 hours copying and making notation. 22 total. Nice. You managed to work out what aspects of the spell are essential and which are not. It takes you a little bit to figure out because, again, the way this was copied and given to you by Grimwald, there's a lot of elements that don't quite belong. So once you have copied and notated and made your own version of the spell, what you end up with is more like, let me refresh my memory on illusion spells because those are weird. Illusion. So it is a modified major image of sorts. Maybe it's a different name. It cannot create images that are so big as major image. It has more limits than that, but it does have some physical interactions. And it is, in fact, a 3rd level spell. Make a note of it, and I will make a proper stat block for it, because I did not do that. Yeah, modified major image. Name pending. But still, after having done that, some of the elements of the spell, scroll, the original one, don't quite belong to that. They seem to be part of the bigger picture that was the whole vision that Grimwald received. What would you like to do? That some of the that some of the aspects of the spell still don't quite belong and seem more like part of the other scribblings. What would you like to do? It's more like they don't belong in the spell part, so these are not part of the spell itself. Mm-hmm. Okay. Um, Christoph, you see, uh, despite your maybe attempts to help that didn't go so well, that he kinda has been successful. At least it seems that way. And yet the mystery remains of what that material is. Yes. He has gone to consult some things at the main temple, which is in the same district, but he is a little bit away for the moment. I assume that you're doing this in the brewery or nearby or somewhere. I don't know. But you see a lot of business going about, a lot of people coming in, moving around, and Theron managing a lot of that. Make what would this be? Theron, make a charisma check. 6. It's getting to be a little bit overwhelming, honestly, to deal with so many people. Um, and you have your goals, some of which you can be public about, and some maybe not so much. So at some point, you have to have Delvin take over some of the uh, managing part. Um, but you are holding up somewhat. This is maybe a little bit more tension than you are used to. Mm-hmm. Anything in particular you would like to do? As your notices seem to have gotten quite a bit more attention. Yeah, that's what they're doing. This is where we're getting the flying unit and the retainers and the everything else. I will have to have Grimwald roll for his unit and or retainer later. Mm-hmm. All right, Christoph, you see Theron doing all that, giving tour of the facilities and all that. Mm-hmm. Very well. Okay, can be done. Very well. What else? No, all of you. Yes. They went up to the north. Mm-hmm. Okay. So you hired a replacement, eh? So you hired a replacement. Hmm. Okay. Interesting. Interesting choice. Excuse me? Wow. Wow. You're right, I'm not as free as you, I'm even freer. In case you weren't aware, and this is a joke, for legal purposes, this is a joke, because this is on stream. The laws in Mexico are kind of optional. No, no, even if you get caught by the police. A lot of politics. Sometimes not even that. Um, it's a whole mess. Don't get me started. Anyway, right? Yes. Okay. Very well. Uh, mm, mm. Mm. Oh, okay. Very well. Theron, make a perception or investigation check, please. Yes. A 9. You are quite distracted by, giving pointers and directions to many more people than you were used to before. However, one particular individual strikes out to you as being maybe a little too interested. I mean, you were for the spell part. After that, I mean, writing a letter, you can still do that there. Yes. I don't know about that. But make a perception check. Yes. 4. Um, I mean, yeah, it's a bit of a standout. One particular individual who is paying a lot of attention, but not. You're getting a vibe off of this guy. That isn't quite right. Do you have that front? Rip. I mean, you still have your book. You can still do that. Okay, very well. You get the, yeah, 10 minutes. You get the multitude of people. I assume you want to focus on this one. Okay. Um, Surface thoughts or going deep? Surface thoughts. He is just repeating everything that is being explained to him by Theron and Delvin and others. Okay, what's the DC on that? 16 wisdom. That is a failure. Whoa, wait, whoa. A little too happy about that. Hmm. So you, beyond the what the surface thoughts give you, you are getting that all this information is being committed to memory with the express purpose of being relayed to someone else. This is a spy who was doing a poor job as I rolled a 2 for espionage. Mm-hmm, mm-hmm. Indeed. Yes, you do make you also make a perception check. 25. This is one of the least covert spies you have seen in your life, Christoph. Um, and when Kaida goes off to deliver the memory, uh, clearly the guy maybe doesn't notice yet that he has been found out. Mm-hmm, mm-hmm. Yeah, it's funny though. The mere bullshit. Yes, you would have those already. Ooh. Okay. I mean, some of them are crooks. Explicitly. Mm-hmm, mm-hmm. Okay. Okay. Well, what do Kaida and Theron do? Okay. Mm-hmm, mm-hmm. It takes you not very long. It's not. It's big, but it's not that big. There are a couple of exits. Kaida does cover the nearest one. It is now part of your spellbook after the. So, however, whatever that means for you. And what? Sorry. Um, whatever do you mean? Um, everyone else turns towards you and this guy, who is now surrounded by like 50 people. um, what's the DC on that? 16. Oh, that's the wrong book. 15. Okay. 50. Jesus Christ. Let me just check something real quick. Uh huh. 15. That is a failure. Plus ratio. Oh, okay. I don't mean to question authority or anything, but that's is a little excessive. Yeah, of course. Yeah. Why wouldn't I be honest? Make an insight check. It. Rip. Still, it's not very hard to tell that the guy is pissing himself. Not literally, not literally, metaphorically. Damn. Also magic. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Um. Okay. Wasn't quite prepared for all this, but What would you like to do? I'm not mad, I'm just disappointed. I'm just disappointed that you suck at your job. Mm, let, let me reread suggestion real quick, see how... It's pretty strong, but is it strong enough? It must sound reasonable. That does sound reasonable. Wisdom save, comply. Conditions. Okay. Okay. He you see his eyes change as if they had been under the effect of an illusion. They are reptilian, one, and more, a little bit more extensive than that. Like there's a little bit of scales all around the eyes as well. I think at this point it's pointless to hide it much longer. Give it to this person. Fuck. Info dump. Where I serve under Miklatli, I'm not sure if you're familiar. Yes, you would be. That was the Yuan-Ti that looked like a quad female. With the bone snakes. Yes, that one. But I get the sense I may not get out of here quite complete. I would like to, though. Also, if you heard him, it yes, if you or your allies, Christoph, injure the subject, yes. No. Injury. All right. And what would that be? Well, I wasn't quite expecting so many people so soon. I can see that. Make a persuasion check with advantage. Persuasion with advantage. Threatening, praising, and also he's surrounded. Okay, okay. 24. I've taken worse deals before. A few days, maybe. It's not a fixed deadline. I can do that. Mm-hmm, mm-hmm. And this works perfectly with the uh, yeah. The crowd disperses, except for the one that you now know to be Kristoff in disguise. Mm-hmm, mm-hmm. Mm-hmm, mm-hmm. Mm-hmm, mm-hmm. Um, Theron, you hear a breaking of glass, stone, something, coming from your from your pockets. Um, your jade dagger. At the hilt, there's a crack on it, and a little bit of golden light peeks through. Like from the light that is within this room shines back as if golden. No, not quite. Yes. No, well, any spell that has a ritual tag can. You learn of the J chain dagger. It can, when thrown, you can make a chain, and it can either pull something to you or pull you to that. But also, and this is new to you, Theron, there is like a faint divination energy about it. For the moment, it has the same stats and bonuses and everything, but it has a little bit of divination extra. It's good. Good. No. Magic is weird. Wait, what? Maybe. Possibly. You don't know. Yes. Um. Oh my god. That's pretty funny, actually. Not quite, but that's interesting. That's an interesting concept. Um, we will get to that maybe next time. No, I do have something in mind specifically for that. However, with that small revelation and the first interaction as an organization with a spy, Um, we can leave it there for now and see if we can have everyone for next week. Maybe, hopefully, I think.